Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is the place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. And today is Thursday, so we're here with our friend Robin Shimizu talking healthy, hold on, talking happy, healthy habits with Robin Shimizu and friends. I like that. It just sort of rolls off the tongue, but sometimes I get a little tongue tied. So you're going to have to bear with me this morning. I, I am so glad to see you in the studio this morning, Robin, and to see that your guest is here. We're going to have you introduce her in just a moment, but I'm going to put her backstage real quick. Bear with us, Doc. We'll put you in the
Sounds
back
good.
for just a moment. Okay. All right. So, Robin, do you have any healthy habits for us today?
I really don't. I just wanted to just say, well, first of all, hi Terry, and hi
Hey, how
Fancy
you
in the
doing?
background, and hi to everybody who's watching. Um, so what I if I what I want to try to do is help people create happy neural pathways, and
Mm-hmm.
one of the ways I've been doing that is by bringing on guests like Dr. Tameka Jackson, who's going to join us in a moment, because it shows that science, and she's a psychologist, so I'm going to talk a little bit about her background because she's just amazing. But we can actually create new happy neural pathways, and one of them is by practicing what Dr. Jackson teaches. She teaches mindfulness, she teaches meditation. Okay, so let me just go over a little bit about her because she's so
Mm-hmm.
amazing. She is a licensed psychologist who is practicing medicine, or practicing her practice in Sacramento, and
Mm-hmm.
she's been doing it for 7 years, and she has over 15 years of experience in the mental health field. She has a doctorate in counseling, psychology from Georgia State University. She has a master's in counseling from George Washington University in Washington, D.C., and she did her postdoctorate work at as a residency in UC Davis, Counseling and Student Health Services. Anyway, I could go on, but I'm not going to because I would be taken away from her time.
Yes.
So with that, let's bring on Dr. Jackson. We haven't seen her for a little while, so we're very happy to see her today.
Good morning, Dr. Jackson.
Good morning. It's so good to be back here with you all. Thank you
Now,
for having me.
thank you for coming. We're going to put you in the prominent space
Okay.
because you're going to be the speaker today. So I just wanted you to know what was going on there. I didn't want you to get dizzy when I start moving a lot
Okay.
of people around. It is distracting, isn't it, Robert? It's like, wait, I was there just a second ago. I have to explain to our guests what's going on. Doc, we just really are glad to see you. And Robin, you did an excellent job of introducing her. So, how about we get the party started? Is that okay, Robin?
I wondered if there was one other little thing, Dr. Jackson, that I forgot to mention. Any of the community work that you've been doing or anything like that. Maybe you can expand on that a little bit because you do a lot of work for us in the community.
Sure. Thank you. One thing I will mention is I am the recent founder of Core Love. Core Love stands for Cultivating Our Real Essence. And this is a program that is celebrating radical self-love and living authentically for Black women. And so in that vein, I've been doing a number of workshops that are, just promoting self-care and self-love for us in the community. So check out my website for more information on that.
I have a question. So, are you on Clubhouse with these sessions?
I am not on
Okay.
Clubhouse yet, Terry. I'm not completely tech savvy yet, but I've heard that that's something I need to explore.
We will talk. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Just
And
can help you
we'll
with
be
that.
sure to put Dr. Jackson's contact information in the chat so people can find her and hook up with her programs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Well, I'm here today to talk about self-compassion. And I think this is a topic that we all need from time to time. I think a lot of us see ourselves as compassionate individuals, but oftentimes that compassion is going out and not always coming in. Especially as women, we can be so other focused and put ourselves at the bottom of the list. And so I want to talk about 5 ways to increase self-compassion, and then we'll close with a loving kindness meditation to just generate a greater sense of love within us. So 4 steps to increasing self-compassion. The first one is practicing forgiveness. And when I say forgiveness, I'm curious, Robin and Terry, what does that mean to you, forgiveness?
Go ahead, Robin.
Well, I actually had to learn forgiveness because I had a really horrible personal situation back in 2000. And I actually had to get books and learn how to forgive. And so forgiveness for me is something that I'm always practicing. And I'm practicing how to forgive myself, which is something that is I never thought about having to do that before, but it's very true. So what I don't know a whole lot about it, but I do practice forgiveness, and it's I do Ho'oponopono. I don't know if you've heard about that, which is
I haven't heard of
it's
that.
a Hawaiian forgiveness poem that you or a prayer that you do, and it's basically showing love to the other person, love to the other situation, but through love and forgiveness, then it releases the pain, and it releases, it gives you the ability to have that space in your heart to forgive.
Oh, wow, it's beautiful. It's beautiful.
Well, when I think of forgiveness, Robin and Doctor, I think of forgiveness is not just for the other person, it's for us, because otherwise it will rob us of our blessings, because we'll be preoccupied. You know, someone once said the only way to keep a man down is to stay down there with him. So, so that's what I think. I do it for me.
Yeah, absolutely. There's something that's just so liberating about forgiveness. And like you said, Robin, it is a practice. It's not something that just comes natural. But when we lean into forgiveness, and particularly forgiving ourselves for our mistakes, sometimes we can just hold ourselves hostage for years for things that we did in the past. There's a quote, it says, "There is no sense in punishing your future for the mistakes of your past. Forgive yourself, grow from it, and let it go." Right? I think when we forgive ourselves, we recognize our humanity. We're not perfect beings, and we're worthy of love and forgiveness. And when we forgive, we feel liberated. We give ourselves more energy to pour into the things that make us feel whole. So that's the first step, is practicing forgiveness. And like you said, Robin, getting books on it, going to counseling, there are many different ways that we can lean into forgiveness. The next way of increasing self-compassion is through the practice of gratitude. And this is a practice that for me has just become just a way of being. It's something that I embody. So even when situations are tough, like 2020, right? Many of us can attest to the fact that there were so many blessings that were still evident, and it's just a matter of paying attention. And I think when we get in the mindset of appreciating, what do I have right now? It just invites a more gentle, tender energy into situations that can be pretty difficult. The next one, number 3, is finding the right level of generosity. There are 3 types of beings that come to mind when I talk about generosity. There are the givers, the takers, and the matchers. So the givers are those that just give, really selfless. And while it can be a beautiful thing, oftentimes the givers are not always mindful of pouring back into themselves. They're just pouring into other people, and many times running their well dry. We kind of know what the takers are. But the matchers, that's where we want to be, right? Those are the people that are really mindful of, where am I energetically, right? Do I have, before just committing and saying yes and agreeing to do this thing, have I poured into me? Am I finding that balance of pouring just as much into other people as I pour into myself? So being able to find that balance when it comes to giving. The 4th one is practicing mindfulness, right? Mindfulness is simply being fully present. And, oftentimes we are either thinking about what happened yesterday, stressing about what happened last year, feeling anxious about what's going to happen next month. And very rarely are we just in this moment here. And this is the only moment that's real, right? So when we talk about mindfulness with self-compassion, we're talking about taking sacred pause and really checking in with yourself, right? Asking yourself, how's my heart? What might be heavy on my heart right now? And sometimes just with the busyness of life, we can lose touch with the importance of checking in with ourselves and sitting with the hard parts, right? Sometimes it's like, I don't have time to sit with the hard parts because I don't want it to overwhelm me. I don't want to fall apart. But the truth is that when we make space to sit with the heaviness, self-compassion naturally arises, right? So, and then I think when we're aware of what's heavy, we can also be better equipped at meeting our needs, right? What is it that I need right now? Because now I'm aware of what's actually heavy on my heart. So those are just, one more I will say is asking for support. And this is one that many of us struggle with, right? We have that narrative that I need to be independent, I need to be self-reliant, or I don't want to be a burden on somebody else. But the truth is that we are all interconnected. There's a quote that I love by Mother Teresa, and she says, if we have no peace, it is because we have forgotten that we belong to one another. And when we remember that there's a belongingness, it makes it a little bit easier to say, you know what, I need some support, right? It can be a really vulnerable thing to do, but the truth is that not only will it benefit you, but it benefits the person who's giving the support as well, right? So those are just some tips to keep in mind for ways to increase self-compassion. And when we increase self-compassion, we increase our sense of happiness, we increase our sense of optimism, fosters greater resilience, and can really help in aiding when we're experiencing symptoms of depression or anxiety. So I just want you to remember that each of you that are listening right now are worthy of love, are worthy of forgiveness, and are worthy of tenderness. So with that, I'll pause in case, Robin or Terry, you want to just add anything, if any of those tips spoke to you, and then we'll go into a loving kindness meditation.
Okay. Well, we have Coach Karen Fern over here from Toronto, Canada, listening in, and we want to say hi to her. Also, we put your contact information over here. If people are looking for your website, it's in the chat, and we want them to reach out to you if they need to know more information about how they can be more self-compassionate, or need something else in the midst of all that we're going through.
Sounds good. Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Are you ladies ready to tap into some self-compassion through a meditation?
I am.
All right. All right. Sounds good. Sounds good. All right. So I want to invite you to close your eyes, placing your feet on the ground. And just getting comfortable. And this is a loving kindness meditation. It's a way for you to practice unconditional compassion for yourself and for others. I want you to begin by bringing your attention to your breath. Just taking a few moments to notice your breath. Let's take about 3 deep cleansing breaths, breathing in deeply through your nose and slowly releasing through your mouth. And on your next breath in, allowing your breath to return to its normal rhythm, finding your own pace. And just inviting all parts of your body to just soften, softening your jaw, softening your shoulders, and any other places where you may be holding tension. With each breath, just breathing a little bit more relaxation into that area of your body. As you breathe in, silently repeat, I am here. Breathing out, I am present. This is an invitation to slow down, to open your heart, and allow your spirit to be filled with love. Before we begin the loving kindness affirmations, I want to remind you of your worth and your value. You are beautiful. You are a one-of-a-kind soul that is worthy of love, joy, and peace. Now I want to invite you to place your hand over your heart and repeat the following statements silently in your head. May I be happy. May I be at peace. May I find joy in day-to-day living. May I find strength for my challenges. May I live with ease. May I feel all the love within and around me. Take a moment to bask in these feelings of warmth, love, and compassion. And if your mind begins to drift, just lovingly invite it back using your breath as a source of grounding. Notice the quality of your heart in this moment. And now, keeping your eyes closed, I want you to think of a person who's close to you, who loves you very much. It could be someone from your past or the present, somebody who is still here, maybe someone who's passed away. But I want you to imagine that person standing on your right side, sending you their love. That person is sending you wishes for your safety, for your well-being, and your happiness. Feel the warm wishes and the love coming from that person towards you. Feel the gratitude and the love for them. And now let's silently affirm the same affirmation of love for this person. May you be happy. May you be at peace. May you find joy in day-to-day living. May you find strength for your challenges. May you live with ease. May you feel the love within and around you. Taking a moment to just bask in this loving energy that you're experiencing within yourself and that you're experiencing toward this loved one. Once again, noticing the quality of your heart. And now I want to invite you to bring to mind a group of people who matter to you. This may be your family, maybe a specific community, or maybe just people all around the world. And let's now silently affirm the same affirmation of love to these people. May they be happy. May they be at peace. May they find joy in their day-to-day living. May they find the strength to meet life challenges. May they live with ease. May they feel all the love within and around them. And taking a moment to sit with the positive and loving energy that's been cultivated in this practice. Acknowledge the power of love within, through, and around you. And as you move through the day, remember that this is a place you can return to at any time by simply closing your eyes, grounding in your breath, and remembering the power of love. So I invite you to bring your attention back to your breath, inviting movement back into your body, perhaps wiggling your fingers or wiggling your toes or stretching. And whenever you're ready, opening your eyes. Sometimes it can be hard after doing a meditation to launch right into speaking. You just feel so held, right, by just that powerful force of love. But I hope that it was helpful for you in tapping into that source of love and that maybe you feeling a shifting around the quality of your heart that can really support you as you move through this day.
Thank you so much, Dr. Jackson.
You're welcome.
That was pretty powerful.
Mm. Yes, so we are not going to disrupt this moment for those of you who didn't get to see or participate in the exercise. You want to watch on the replay because we all deserve what Dr. Jackson was talking about, which was self-compassion today. Wow. It was powerful today. And I hope you will watch this over and over again. If you're looking for Dr. Jackson, her Tameka Jackson, her contact information is in the comments. And with that, I'm going to let Robin have the last word. Is anything you want to add, Robin?
That was probably the most heartfelt, I don't know how else to explain it, meditation I've ever done. Because I've never visualized somebody else with me like that. It's pretty cool.
Thank you, Robin. I'm glad that it resonated. Yeah, it is powerful to bring those loved ones right here with us.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Next week, we are lucky enough to have Jill with us, Jill Weston. And Jill has a meditation similar to yours, Dr. Jackson, that she has on Shift that I listen to all the time called Shift.
Okay.
And Jill is a magnificent yoga instructor and teacher and teaches us all kinds of great stuff. So we'll see her next week. We're very excited about that. Thank you so much for coming on today and sharing with us. We're going to have you back sooner than later, because I think we all need to stop and think about the importance of meditation and how good it is for our bodies. And if we do a little bit every day, how important that is.
Makes a huge
So
difference.
I think your presence is very needed by us, Biz Chicks.
Well, thank you. My pleasure. I can't wait to come back.
And this is our year for self-care. We
perfect.
started this year out with self-care, and I think we're going to continue because it's a good year for it. You know, last year we had and self-care and compassion and all of those really good things that we need for this year. So we'll continue to support people to come on and teach us and give us good tips on that kind of stuff. So thank you so much.
Sounds good. You're welcome.
I don't know what else to say. Terry, we can't hear you.
We're going to say, remember to go to the front of your own line. We'll be talking tech tomorrow with the tech divas. So come on over and find out how to use social media for your business. It'll all be in very clear terms, so you won't have to be a techie to listen and learn. So with that, we'll see you tomorrow. Thank you again, Dr. Jackson, and thank you again, Robin. You always have such great guests, and I feel so peaceful. So I encourage you to watch the replay if you didn't tune in at the beginning. And I want to say thank you again to everyone for tuning in. Have a great day. And remember to go to the front of your own line.